Howdy guys, welcome back to the archive channel, and we're doing another one of these how I made videos, only this time it's kind of a little bit of a misnomer because it's not how I made this video, it's how we made this video, the collective we. So introducing to the archive
Poopsicle
channel.
the troll, and I edited the video, and then sent it over
No!
to Aiden, and then he edited the video too.
Welcome to the channel, for long time listener, first time caller, perhaps the number one biggest Aiden's archive enjoyer,
That
Carrie
is
and I.
true. That I probably am. I be watching the archive pretty frequently.
Statistically,
It's
you're like the
it's
guy.
oh, you know that? Like,
Yeah.
is it like a fact?
You're the one
I
who
probably
tells me more about it than anyone else. So I feel like it's the a little bit of backstory on this video in specific. When I was doing the other 30 for 30s, I was recording each movie like a day in advance. So I did
Mhm.
Snow White and I did Cats Don't Dance and Spirit. And for the fourth day, I was like, oh, let's just do Charlotte's Web. The Spirit video ends up taking a lot longer to edit, like February or something. But I still had
Sure.
this Charlotte footage like sitting here for a while. And it sits there pretty much all of this year until a faithful day. Denver is like, is there anything I could get you for free for Christmas? And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, huh,
Say for free. Everything on your Christmas list was like $40 or higher, and I'm poor.
what what's something I could offer? And I was looking at this footage and I was like, yo, hold on. Bro
And then
clip
Aiden
matches
sends
for
me
Jay all the time.
a
I can get
whip
him to clip
emoji,
match this. So,
and then I just get right to it.
yeah. He said yes, which was lit, and it didn't cost me a dime, and I got like a free video out of it.
Yeah, you kind of took the dub here. Um, Aside from me being in a terrible emotional state while I worked on it, I did get it done before the deadline.
That's
I did
true.
get it done late,
That's true.
later than my deadline, and then with all the technical difficulties. But after I was able to convert you to proxies, it was pretty good. Fun fact, for all of the editors that are watching this now, um, if your client has good quality footage and you have a shitty computer,
Uh,
prepare to scream. Because I was generating proxies for, I shit you not, 3 hours. I'm not kidding. Like 3 real hours. 3 human hours passed.
I think part of it is like obviously the 4K quality from my camera, but then
It's a
also
big part
like
of it.
I recorded with OBS with like some of my codecs that work with my graphics card, not really thinking of like, oh yeah, no, I got to send this to another person. Like I can't expect it to work 100% on their computer. So yeah, we had like 2 days of technical difficulties. Day two is what you were talking about, the proxy day, and then day one was the project wouldn't open because you hadn't updated your DaVinci Resolve in like a year and a half, which was very
Uh,
funny.
I honestly could have finished it that first day, but I was tired.
So I just kind of wanted to talk about uh, the process, not only from like a doing a client work thing, but for me, like it was the first time where I was having to give out the
Managerial
footage and
position.
to do the managerial stuff, which was my first time on that too, which I thought was crazy. So
I'd imagine that was a testament in its own right, right?
yeah, absolutely. What you're looking at here is sort of the V1 timeline, which is sort of a rough cut of my camera footage I'd recorded that day and then cut it down to what I considered the good parts. And then color coded them based on sections. So the real life story bits, this section is about themes. And then you kind of go into characters and songs and stuff, basically. On another timeline, we have the entire movie, as well as a little bit of like my commentary that I watched over it with, and then a little bit of audio, and that was it. Basically, that's all I sent him from this project. I also sent like a bunch of other assets that I don't think really got used or anything. But what probably took a lot of amount of time for Denver proxy wise was
Bingo. It was
this.
just that. I
It's
didn't need to proxy the film at all.
it's four clips of me yapping on for like an hour each or something, right? So he needed all of them to work in order to put the timeline together. What I have here is the timeline you sent me back, and I kind of wanted to ask you like what was your process with this? Like once you got all the footage and the timeline worked and stuff, what did you do from there?
I'm gonna open with context for the audience. I've never seen this movie before. I have never seen specifically the original adaptation of Charlotte's Web. I read the book in like grade school. I saw the not the Julie Andrews, the motherfucking one from like 2007, the CGI joint. I really just watched your video and then looked for what you were talking about. It sounds really like basic. Unfortunately, my job is really simple. For all of you clip matchers out there that because this is definitely a genuine field at this point.
You had a
'cause,
great word for it the other day. You had like a fancy word for it, not clip matcher, but an assembly editor.
Do you mean like
is what you call it?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's what I have in my dating profile. I am a contract assembly video editor at Zoomster Creative.
Oh, nice. Job
And when you
title
say
and
it like
everything.
that, it sounds real. Yeah.
Yeah.
But clip matching is really easy. It's just extremely monotonous and annoying. Like, I would honestly recommend watching The Thing. If you don't know what The Thing is, you kind of do need to watch it, or at least skim through it at 4x speed. But I mean, you were pretty descriptive. You didn't give me a lot of like rules or guidelines as to what to do as an editor, which low-key scared me more. But
Great
it's
little
just the
managerial
shot.
tip. Give them no information. Just let them wander around in the darkness for a little bit and see what happens. Get mad irrationally when it doesn't turn out the way you
You're
want.
not the first person to barely give me any instruction. I guess Wally Wally can be a bit of a hard ass. Like he tells me exactly what he wants. And
Sure.
then you and Drew are just like, yeah, so like cut something out and put something in.
Yeah.
Okay, give back now. And I'm like, well, fuck.
It's important to just mention here, like, I like video editing, contrary to popular belief. I do enjoy the process. What I do not like is sitting through my 13 minutes of yapping and having to find like individual clips for sections. I've done it. I've done it for Jay multiple times. I made a video about it. Like, I can do it. I don't feel like personally I'm great at it. And on top of it, it takes an ass load of time for me.
It is very monotonous.
Because I get in my head and it's very decision fatigue sets in very quickly where it's like, God, do I use this clip here? Or could I maybe reuse that shot for a different section? Maybe it would fit better there. Is this clip best emphasizing what he's saying? Or
Yep.
could I find a better one?
No, these are the thoughts.
You get out of your head and you're like fucking bam, 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 bam. Like,
I don't know.
compared to me, you were flying through that shit. The only reason it took long was technical difficulties, but like that with the work part of it, you were zooming.
The funny thing about me is that I didn't think I would be a good clip matcher because I didn't think about the fact that I've low-key been doing this for like 5 years already. Like, no, because like if you really think about it, like the start of my video essay career with the Marvel thing, that's all clip matching.
Yeah.
That was me clip matching 11 hours of footage. And then same thing with Assassin's Creed, 11 hours of footage into an hour and a half. Like that, the testament.
Uh-huh. So I feel like the two curveballs on this compared to the work with Jay is one, you've had experience with Supernatural before, like you knew it going in. And you haven't
Yeah,
seen every episode,
pretty
but you
far.
at least understand that based on what Jay's saying, you're like, oh, I know where that shit's at. Like I can find that pretty quickly.
Or I can look up this guy's name and see a picture of him on Google and then figure out the
Yeah.
guy he's talking about. Yeah.
You hadn't seen this movie, so that's a wrinkle. And then two, unlike Jay, I'm on camera like the entire time. So not only are you clip matching like a normal
gotta
video,
find
but now
moments
you
of
have to
you.
decide, when do I cut back to Aiden? Do I cut back to Aiden? Like what
Yeah.
parts are interesting there? And I wanted to ask about that process specifically. Did that throw you off, or what was your thought process on that?
I thought it would throw me off a lot more. Going in, I expected that to be like a point of contention, potentially. But you have this air about you, and I never really noticed it because even though you record yourself all the way through, you don't put yourself in the frame of the shot all the time. Like you'll either be in the corner, you'll either be green screened, or you'll be like on camera, like solid just you for like 3 seconds, and then you go back to the other thing.
Sure.
But you have such like at least in this reading, you had such an air about you. It was like this nostalgic passion
Mm.
which is half the reason I ended up putting that noir, that copy free noir music at the end, because you were
Oh yeah,
giving
right
like
here.
PI, like all you were missing was a cigarette in your hand and
Yeah.
like a long far off look.
I'd recorded this in part several times, and so by the time we get the take, like there's intentional pauses, and like the choreography of me looking away from the camera and then back at it was all planned. Like all of that
I
shit
believe it.
was.
No, it's
So
good. It's very good.
how'd you decide when to cut back to me? Really, what was the vibe there?
This is gonna sound so like it's gonna sound like bullshit, but it's so genuine when you meant it.
Mm.
Like there, you have the reason I keep saying you have this aura or this air is because like you would put on a face when you would say these things like oh yeah, friendship is a very tremendous thing, or that was a time where I felt lost and someone was willing to slow down for me. Like
Sure, sure.
it's the genuinity, it's the fucking, it's the reality in your heart and what you're saying, and that's what I felt was the best time to show you.
Something I thought you did good at, not only in highlighting these emotional bits too, but like you kind of had like a little bit of a almost unwritten rule where it's like we can have a bit of me for a little bit and we can have a bit of clips for a little bit, but one does not overstay the other. I thought you did a very good job of like cutting back and forth and like reminding people who are watching this video that yes, like I'm here actually like talking about it. So usually like a section will open up when I'm talking about characters, like, hey, you know me, I'm a character first guy. We establish me. Then we go into character footage. Like it had a very good cadence to it that I thought you did a really good job on.
Thank you. I really wanted to put out something good for you, because this was it's a new vibe, but it didn't feel so foreign as I first expected it to.
So I wanted to ask about a few specific moments. The first one, as you can see right here, is the decision to
Uh,
take my emotional story and relate it to the SpongeBob episode in which he ties his shoes. Curious what the thought process was there.
I watched this whole bit, right? This is one of the only things that I watched all the way through before I did anything with. And
Which
I'm
must have been
like,
confusing slightly for it to be like, what?
yeah,
What does this have
I
to
was
do
like,
with
where
anything?
does Charlotte get in? And then you got to the point where like the girl helps you tie your shoes. Like, oh, you had a Charlotte. I see.
Bro got it immediately.
Sex change operation. But the kind of pain that you felt in being unable to tie your shoes was SpongeBob's face in this. I just kept seeing him in my head as you
The
talked.
shot.
I specific no, actually it's the one like right after they fall apart.
Oh, right here.
He's Yeah, he's like sunken. You were talking about you crashing out, and I literally saw SpongeBob holding the Krabby case, and I was just like, this is real. I have to.
Uh-huh.
I downloaded the whole episode to put it in.
And even though for the actual like movie footage on the timeline I got back from you, like I had to add the border and the like wavy background. You kind of knew a little bit instinctually on the SpongeBob clips to be like, all right, let's fill the frame out a little bit, which is thoughtful.
I almost didn't, but it wouldn't have been because I didn't know to. Because the as you know, but they don't. The reason that I didn't add like any framing or bordering for the shots of the film was because I know you have a brand,
Yes.
and I also know that it's like really easy to just put the MOV under the video for the background, and then put the border on the first video in the line, and then copy that, and then paste attributes
It took
to
like
the
3
ones
seconds.
that are all.
Yeah.
It's like a nothing thing, so I figured it'd be fine.
Yeah, it worked out. You had already been doing this a little bit on some of the latest J ones, but this was really like a great opportunity for it. Is in these reviews, it's not just me talking and it's not just clips. Like you get my actual reaction in it for like the best parts. I kind of mentioned it to you. I'm like, hey, like I want you to use parts from this movie reaction timeline into here for like funny bits or just any clips that would help kind of accentuate a point. And for someone who had never like worked on one of these before, like I thought a lot of these moments you picked too were also really good.
I'm really glad you think so, because I honestly I feel like that was the part that I did the worst on. The picking your like your commentary track vocals.
They can't be too long either, right? Like you got to find these perfect.
And hell,
little
I've watched
moments.
movies with you, so I know it literally is gonna be one or the other, like 100%. It's either a bit or a or like introspective as hell. I did like your line about Sagittarius Productions. Like, oh, they
Yeah.
never be talking about Sag.
I thought another good choice here was like, if it were me editing this, I would probably just like, I'm talking about the songs and you see the footage like on top, but to actually like play clips from the songs and we're listening to the song. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Genuinely, I felt so risky putting any music in it because I know
You
how
never
like
know, right? Like
UMG and like
yeah.
Sony can be, but when you started talking about the musicality of a musical,
Yeah. No,
I
it
can't
makes sense.
not put 2 seconds of the song in there because you can't just say, "Oh yeah, the songs were great because I liked them," or like, "They sounded good." Like that's not a sell. You need to sell.
I gotta talk about this. One of the notes I had in there, and even in the recording, I'm like, hey, I really want the Avery clip of sliding down the stairs. I probably left like a marker or something. So it was one of the few things I was expecting to be in the final version. And when I got to it, it was in the final version, all right. But a little addition, talking about the musicality of certain things, right? Check this out. I don't fuck with you. We got a little bit of Big Sean in there.
It was gonna be that, or it was gonna be move bitch get out the way. I don't know. It had to be something great and gangster.
And all I did was added a little zoom, and that was it. The idea was perfect. I just
Can
wanted
we
to
talk about the
accentuate
way
it.
that he like dismounts?
Yeah, he like jumps off that
It's
shit.
so smooth. No, and then
just
hands
starts
in the
walking
pockets.
smooth. Those characters.
Oh, like,
It's a great fit.
and he's got a frog in his jacket. Like, what?
He is that guy. He is that
You don't
man.
care.
Bacon and ham.
It's so good.
The way
Even
it
if
lines
your
up.
lips didn't
Bacon and
match,
ham.
I would have doctored it so it did.
Yeah.
Now this is the stuff in editing that I live for because I've made it my career, and I say I hate editing. I don't hate editing. I just hate sitting in the fucking chair. There's a lot of fun artsy stuff that you can do with somebody's video.
These little moments
And
like
hope-
this are what helps the video stand out from the other reviews. Just like, why would I go back and watch this one over like Spirit or Cats Don't Dance or whatever? And I think like humor plays a big part in that. It is the Avery Big Sean moment. It is bacon and ham, right? The emotional stuff too, for sure. But these little memorable moments kind of help give a video identity. You did a good little job, like giving the video identity and sort of enhancing the personality that was already there. Just sort of to like wrap it up. If you're a video maker and you're looking for somebody to edit your own stuff, here's like the piece of advice I'll give. Number one, try to have like as much pre-done as you can. Like, don't just send footage and be like, good luck. You know, like maybe if you've worked together for a long time and you intuitively like know somebody, sure. But part of the reason Denver was able to make this video was not only did I have the rough cut, not only did I give him the movie on a different timeline, I also rewatched the movie reaction and like wrote notes with timestamps so that he would have it, because I don't write scripts, but at the very least, like having some form of notes or a script is like super helpful. Try to get as specific as you can, and provide examples of like what you're looking for, like what types of videos you're looking for. I had 3 that I already made, so I felt pretty good of being like, hey, here's these if you need them, whatever. That's one of the things I would say. And then the other thing is like, be open to surprises. There were so many little moments in this video where something like a choice came out in front of me and I was like, do I fuck with that? Do I not fuck with that? I don't know, right? Even if I wouldn't have done it that way, you got to ask, is it still good? Does it benefit the video? And I think many moments in this, even though they're not something I would have done, do benefit the video. So you have to be open to change. You have to be open for what the other person adds to it. Me and Denver were working on this video together. Like he played an equal part than I did. So I was very willing to be like, all right, whatever he does to it, we're gonna try to stick with it and make it work. And thankfully, I didn't have to change much, if at all. Now that I've said that bit of advice, I kind of want to hear it from like your perspective. Now that you've been client editing for a while, what are like some tips for people who want to get into it, or for people who want to get good at it? Like, what are the things you've learned?
For all of my freelance contractor babies out there,
Yeah.
First off, get to praying. Get to praying. Jobs do not come often. I would say have fun with it. Every time that I've tried to hold back, and this being another proven moment, every time I try to hold back my like editor instinct, I have regretted it, mostly because everybody's like, "Oh, I expected you to do something funny here," or like, "Oh, it was pretty like standard for you." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess so. That's kind of weird."
Interesting.
I have a weird editing style. I don't know. I live for making people laugh. I live for telling a story. So I typically but every time that I manage to trust that like instinct, the client ends up loving it.
Form your style, know what you like, right?
Mhm.
In this case, it was helpful because you had been making videos for like several years to explore that style. But for any like editor looking for work, like having a distinct style and a distinct sort of brand that people recognize you as is like a pretty good way to get work, you know, because
And
people
then
expect stuff from you.
I find that this is definitely gonna be like peer to peer, person to person type shit.
Hmm.
But uh, you should bully your boss.
Oh yeah, where's this going?
I wish I was kidding,
Uh-huh.
but if you're an editor and they're on screen and they make a fucky wucky, you kind of have to point it out. I'm sorry. You
Oh
have
no,
to.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you have to low key make your boss look like an idiot
Yeah.
sometimes. Because that, although giving mean spirited, is objectively a very, very, very good way to not only build a rapport between the editor and the creator, but to build a rapport between the audience and the editor and creator.
It's a little bit like watching a bad sci-fi movie and seeing like string on a prop. It kind of gives you a little bit of like a thought running through your head of like, "Oh, that's how they made that." You know, that's
Yeah,
kind of cool. And as a viewer, like you may not understand the how YouTube works and timelines and editing and DaVinci Resolve and everything else. But when someone fucks up and when an editor writes text over it or adds a funny little bit, it kind of includes you in the process a little bit. And you're like, "Oh, I'm kind of seeing how the sausage is made. That's fun."
I
Um,
love that. I absolutely love that stuff.
One little tip I'll throw out from having done a lot of client work for people, like editing too. I've been on both sides. Is the kind of big one is just like you be communicative, right?
Bingo.
Kind of update where you're at in the process. How long is it going to take? If you're having technical issues, fine. There's sort of is like this stigma or like thought in your head of like, oh, I can't let him know I'm struggling. I can't let him know that I'm having technical
There's-
issues or he's not going to hire me again. As someone who had to give out my work to Denver, those updates and bit of status are like so helpful to let me know. Like personally, I'm like, oh, okay, he's still working on it. We're good, right? What you don't want to happen is to go somebody and then give them the question of like, are they even working on my? Are they even like are they playing Fortnite? Right? Like, ask questions. Ask as many questions as you
That's a good
can.
one.
If you feel like you don't know what to do, like chances are the client does. You just have to ask them.
It's just talking. It's literally just talking and trying. And 9 out of 10 times that'll save you. Cuz every client I've ever had that's I've heard complain about somebody working with them, it has primarily been due to lack of communication, miscommunication or shitty communication.
I'm not great at it, so
Like
I know it well.
I got a guaranteed spot with one client now because she literally tried to get somebody else to edit for her. It cost like thrice as much. They barely did anything, and it was a hell of an experience. So now I'm just slotted for every job when it comes.
The thing is like very rarely are you gonna get fired mid project. The creator wants the thing off their hands and they want it done
Bingo.
more than anything. So don't have this worry of like, oh, if I'm not working at it, they're gonna kick me off or whatever. So long as you're like open and talking about it, they're at least gonna see it through to the end. And if they see it through to the end and like the final project, you're gonna get another call back. Like, don't worry about like trying to be super professional or have all your shit together, right? Just be open and upfront. Stick to deadlines, obviously. That's the main thing.
Bingo.
But
Yeah. And hell, that rapport, as I said before, is really good to have with a client because
mhm.
you kind of you don't want to edit someone's footage that you can't talk to for like an hour.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah. If you can't
'Cause that's
pick
what
their head
makes
and answer questions
Uh-huh.
and shit, and you're just
Yeah.
driving blind, oh, it's the worst.
If you can't, like, imagine yourself having a conversation with them about, like, real things other than work, you probably shouldn't edit for them. Because that is subjecting yourself to potentially hours of just watching this I wouldn't be able to edit Twitch VODs if I didn't like watching Lydia's stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the exciting part about this video in particular is like, yes, it came out. Yes, I liked it. But what excites me more is like, man, we set the foundation in this one. We did all the hard stuff, you know? The workflow, the sending footage back and forth, the style. Hey, would you fuck with this? Hey, would you not fuck with it? This back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So the next time around, oh man. That's the cool part, I think, is when you form that client editor relationship is like you get better at it over time the longer you stick around.
On God! No, that's real. That's so
Yeah.
real. You've seen it alone with Wally's, because look at the difference between my AC2 video and my like SCP video. Although the AC video is better written and is a tighter like experience as a whole, the SCP video is a better edited video altogether.
The more you work at it, man, the better it gets.
I'm telling you, no,
Yeah.
you will learn. Do
Uh,
not be afraid to edit for stuff that you don't do normally either.
That's great advice too.
Because you learn so much from everything. I mean, like that's one of the few W's I think I've actually gained from being an eclectic YouTuber. Because I've done vlogs, I've done let's plays, I've done sketch comedy, I've done video essays, and that opens the door for editing for all those genres of people. Because I know how to make that work.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know I haven't like usually in these how I made videos I like break down effects and get very specific about decisions and stuff, but I felt like this was a good opportunity given the working relationship was new to me and you working on this video was new to you, that perspective was a lot more interesting than me being like, here's why I cut here. So it's a little bit different, but hopefully interesting for sure. Anything you want to like leave them with, like any self promo or just like a tip or like a
I'll do a minor self promo and then I'll do the real stuff. If you don't know me already, I'm Carrie Knight. Call me Denver Card Cage or anything of the sort. You can find me at Carrie Knight on YouTube or Carrie Knight YT on Twitch. It might just be Carrie Knight. I could be tripping.
you looking for work? Should we mention that? Like, are you?
Oh yeah, hi. I'm looking for work. I'm dying. I need to go to Manchester in April, next April. So if you're looking for an editor, I'm cute. I'm cute and
That's what matters.
6'2". I have big muscly shoulders.
Mm.
I am a strong toned black man. But don't be afraid to try things. Have fun experimenting. Make new connections. Make new the content creator friends. And just try your fucking best, man. Because every time that you sell yourself short, you're going to regret it. And this video, like I said earlier, is proof enough that I literally could have went harder. And I guess we'll just have to wait until I edit another
Next
18 couch
time,
production.
baby. Next time.
Be a good time.
So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time on the Archive channel. Bye bye, everybody.